All right, we're back. We got Wage War all the way from Florida to Cali. How's it feel out here in the Golden State?
Nice and dry, not that humid air we're used to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Guys that come from here to go to your state, they got to kind of get used to it.
Yeah, the air is very humid. It almost feels like you're wet, like you went swimming. It's pretty awful.
I know. You step out of the shower, you towel off, and it's like, didn't I just towel off?
Yeah, but you're still wet. It's no fun.
It's a never-ending cycle.
Never-ending process,
man.
yeah.
It's amazing. But what's crazy is if you're from there, that's all you know, so it's normal.
Right, we're used to it. It's kind of nice to get out of it on this tour.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to get too used to this weather because you're going to have to go back at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, the rigors of the Warped Tour, how did you prepare for it? What did you hear about it? You know, how do you pace yourself?
Well, we knew it was going to be hot. We knew you'd have to bring a lot of socks and underwear, so we did that for sure. Other than that, we get a hotel on the off days, shower, because you don't always have that on tour, and it's kind of tough. But you know, it's a hard tour, but I think it's also probably the most rewarding tour we've ever done. We're making a lot of fans, meeting a lot of people, and it's been really productive.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on, but you stand the chance of making a lot of new fans and touching people.
Yeah, for sure. It's been, like you said, a great tour for us to just grow, make new friends, meet new people all around. It's just because it covers practically the entire U.S. It's just great exposure for bands, great time to see friends within the tour as far as other bands, and also the people that support your music. They get a chance to see your band every day and meet your band every day, so you get to actually meet the people that make it possible for us to do what we do.
Yeah.
So.
You're guaranteed an audience every day, you know. That's what's great about it is you don't have to go into a city and hope people show up. They're at the Warped Tour every day.
Absolutely, great crowds every day. That's been the best part about it, honestly. We're just, like I said, making a lot of new fans because a lot of people that are here seeing us are seeing us for the first time, and we really try to impress when we get on stage and make it worth our while.
Yeah, get a chance to make that good first impression.
Absolutely.
Now, what was the commonality with the band? You know, was it the style of music, or what did you guys really gel on?
That put us together as a band. I think we all were into heavier music, and we all grew up with the same kind of friend circle. So when it came time to put a band together, we knew what would make sense and who would be good for the spots in the band. And we've been playing together, Cody and I, actually since we were about 15 years old.
Wow.
So to see what's built up over the years has been really rewarding.
That's awesome. Now, what was the hardest thing to get used to when you left home? You know, being on a tour like this, or any tour, what was the biggest kind of challenge?
Honestly, as mean as this sounds, probably just each other. Like, it sounds crazy, but once you get in an enclosed environment with the same 5 people for months or 2 months at a time, you just got to learn how to be with people and learn their flaws and learn their strength, and you just kind of like...
It's kind of like being married to 5 people.
It's exactly what it's like. It's like a 5-way marriage, but at the end of the day, I mean, now that we've been touring for a while, like, everyone just kind of knows their niche. Like, everybody knows what everybody does, and we're like a pretty well-oiled machine at this point. We haven't really stopped touring since October, so I mean, that's great. Everything else is just literally a vacation because we get to see places and play for people. There's a lot of work involved, but the pluses definitely outweigh the negatives. So
it's the most fun, the time on stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that, or
forget about everything else.
That's what makes it worth it. But I also, I think for a lot of our band, the important part is getting to meet the people that make it possible for us. That's a big deal to me, especially.
That's a big difference from the past because the rockers were escorted out the back door, and now you're kind of one with your audience, and the social media, they're kind of part of your family.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, rock stars don't really exist now like they used to unless you're Justin Bieber or somebody like that, who I do appreciate as a musician.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we really cannot exist without the people who come to the shows and pay for a ticket and buy a shirt. It's we're very appreciative of those people because we could not do what we do if they didn't do what they do.
Yeah. Now, what other bands that are out there today? They don't have to necessarily be on the Warped Tour, but who's out there in today's market that you respect, that you look up to? It's like, man, those guys are doing it right.
We're all very big fans of bands like Architects. man, there's a ton of bands on this tour that are doing it right. I don't think I have enough to. I think I have the time to name every one of them without.
Even bands not on the tour.
Yeah.
Slipknot, A Day to Remember. Some of these bands that we would just only dream of touring with one day. Justin Bieber.
We listen to a lot of non-metal music too, so we.
You got to.
Yeah.
You know, if you're one-dimensional, your music's gonna sound the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to reach out and push the barriers
roots,
a little bit.
You know, give it a little twist.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. Now, what other advice do you have to the young creative people coming up today? What do you tell them?
I'll tell them what some idols of mine told me before we made it, was just keep writing music, keep playing shows, and make sure that the members in your band are dedicated and willing to do what it takes to get there.
Yeah, how about you?
Pretty much the same thing. I'm a big believer that if you want something bad enough and if you put your heart into it, that it's going to happen. So, you know, if there's somebody out there who's struggling to make their dream come true, whether it's music or some form of art or you're a writer or whatever you are, I just think go for it and keep doing what you're doing, never give up on it. I know that sounds so cliche, but you got two kids here that are living proof that, you know, we're from a very small part of Florida. We've played music together since we were 14. We had plenty of opportunities to give up, but we didn't. We just kept going at it. And, you know, we're definitely at this point doing things that neither of us thought we could ever accomplish. So we're very thankful, we're very blessed, but just keep going.
Thanks so much for joining us, man. Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.